So the next and final design that we're going to cover for this series is crossbows. Now, the first kind of crossbows that kind of appeared in the world of history were made by the Greek, and it was mostly for warfare. They were very large-scale bows, crossbows that shot large arrows, often sometimes 5-6 feet long, and shot over a long distance. The kind of more modern handheld medieval crossbow didn't come around until the English and Chinese and a lot of more Asian sections of the world as they developed more compact bow systems. Once crossbows started taking that initial design evolution from being a large-scale artillery piece in warfare to more of a handheld, compact crossbow that we all kind of image when we think of medieval crossbows. Once it took that kind of form is when it really became a weapon platform that could transition through the ages. One of my favorite versions of a crossbow was used in World War II by the French. They would have a long kind of a catapult system that looked a lot like a big oversized crossbow, and it was kind of like a water balloon catapult. They would put grenades and little bombs in there, and then they would shoot the bombs over and hope that they land into the trenches on the other side of the battlefield. That was the kind of first one, and crossbows are still used today throughout most of the U.S. for hunting, and even in some countries in Europe are actually illegal to hunt with because of the power they have. And they are sometimes in some areas controlled by firearms laws, but most of the time you can get them without any kind of restrictions. Now, crossbows are so effective that they're still used in today's modern military. Many units use crossbows to fire arrows with lines for zip lines. They use them for silent suppression and dealing with snipers. There's also reports of Chinese police using the crossbow as a weapon, since they can easily get a hold of it without having to go through all the different kind of importing channels they would have to do for normal weapons for the police force. So you're seeing lots and more police force switching over to tactical crossbows that are able to shoot arrows over a very long distance and high speeds that are effective just as much as a rifle. When it comes to crossbows, your major downfall is going to be reload times. And even back in the medieval times, that was a very big issue. They have very many designs out there for quick reloaders, things you would position on the actual crossbow, and then as you pulled it back, it would cock the string, and you just have to put the arrow. And even oftentimes, they would have an assistant. So you'd have your actual crossbow person firing, and then you'd have a crossbow assistant that would be reloading a crossbow and putting an arrow in it. So as soon as he fires his one that he has in his hand, they switch crossbows. He finds his new target, his assistant reloads the next one. Now, if you're on your own, you're not going to have that advantage. All right, so we're going to head over to our next module now, and that's going to consist of information for bow techniques, stance, how to draw, how to find your dominant eye for our targeting, and we're going to just try to give you the basic information to get you started on practicing how to do archery. Today we're actually going to go into our first project. It's going to be a kind of a mini compound survival bow. I've been going online and just checking out a lot of these different kinds of survival bows that we have online through different sources, blogs and YouTubes I've just scoured, and this seems to be the kind of best options, compact, it's easily to break down, put into a bag.